Welcome everybody, benvenuti! I'm your Italian teacher Claudia and I'm very looking forward to starting this new lesson. So if you remember, we have talked about the differences between passato prossimo and imperfetto, two past tenses in Italian language. So let's review a little bit their characteristics. So as we have said, passato prossimo expresses a past action or an event. And in order to make it, you need to use the verb to have, if it's a transitive verb, or the verb to be, if it's an intransitive verb, plus the past participle of the verb. If you use the imperfetto, that means that you're talking about a regular action or event that occurred in the past. In this case, to make the imperfetto, you take the verb root and you attach the different endings for are, ere, ire, if the verb is irregular. So, avo, evo, ivo. Okay? In this lesson, we're gonna focus on conjugation. So we're gonna see the examples of several verbs in passato prossimo and in imperfetto. Are you ready? Let's start. Let's start, of course, with the verb to be. If you remember, we have said that for the intransitive verb that use the verb to be, you need to adapt the past participle. Okay? So, as usual, please repeat right after me. Io sono stato, man. Io sono stata, woman. Tu sei stato, or stata. Lui, lei è stato, or stata. And now we move to the plurals. Noi siamo stati, group of men only, or a group of men with some women. Or noi siamo state, group of women only. Voi siete stati, or state. Loro sono stati, or state. Okay? Great. So the verb to be is irregular even at the imperfetto. So let's see the conjugation of the verb to be at the imperfetto. Io ero. Tu eri. Lui, lei era. Noi eravamo. Voi eravate. Loro erano. Now you clearly see why we don't use subjects while talking so much, because each verb is different. So even if you just say eri, you know that you're talking about you, okay? Because there are no similarities. Every conjugation is different. Okay, so let's see, of course, the verb to have. Passato prossimo. I remind you that when you use the verb to have, you don't have to adapt the past participle. The past participle always is the same. Io ho avuto. Tu hai avuto. Lui or lei ha avuto. Remember the H. Noi abbiamo avuto. Voi avete avuto. Loro hanno avuto. So, as you might see, the past participle of the verb to have is regular. It ends with ere, so the past participle is avuto. Imperfetto. Io avevo. Tu avevi. Lui, lei aveva. Noi avevamo. Voi avevate. Loro avevano. Watch out the accent. Avevano. Okay? The verb to eat, a very important verb in the Italian culture. Passato prossimo, super regular. Io ho mangiato, tu hai mangiato, lui or lei ha mangiato, noi abbiamo mangiato, voi avete mangiato, loro hanno mangiato. We use the verb to have, so the past participle is always the same. It never changes. Imperfetto. Io mangiavo, tu mangiavi, lui, lei mangiava, noi mangiavamo, voi mangiavate, loro mangiavano. Okay? Another verb, bere. We have done to eat, no, so let's do to drink as well. Io ho bevuto, tu hai bevuto, lui, lei ha bevuto, noi abbiamo bevuto, voi avete bevuto, loro hanno bevuto. I think now you start to understand how it works. Imperfetto. bevevo, bevevi, beveva, bevevamo. I know it's a little bit weird with all these V's. Voi bevevate, loro bevevano. Ok? Great. Pensare, to think. Io ho pensato, so super regular, transitive verb that ends with are, so the past participle ends with ato. Tu hai pensato, lui, lei ha pensato, noi abbiamo pensato, voi avete pensato, loro hanno pensato. Ok? Super regular also in the imperfetto. Pensavo, pensavi, pensava, pensavamo, pensavate, pensavano. Okay? Are you starting to figure out how it works with the imperfetto as well? To run, correre. So this is irregular. So you see, normally its past participle should be corruto, but it sounds really awful. So it's irregular. The past participle of the verb to run is corso. Io ho corso, tu hai corso, lui, lei ha corso, noi abbiamo corso, voi avete corso, loro hanno corso. Ok? The imperfetto is super regular. Correvo, correvi, correva, correvamo, correvate, correvano. Okay? Actually, when we start learning Italian at primary school, the imperfetto is one of our favorite tenses because it's actually pretty easy because there are just a few cases where it's irregular. Vedere, to see. Once again, we have an irregular past participle. It's not veduto, but it's visto. The rest is classic, so visto never changes because we're using the verb to have. Ho visto, hai visto, ha visto, etc. Ok? Imperfetto, very regular. Vedevo, vedevi, vedeva, vedevamo, vedevate, vedevano. Vedevano. Ok? Great. Andare. So here we have an example that we have seen in the previous lesson as well, where we need to use the verb to be because it's an intransitive verb. Okay? So you need to adapt the past participle to the subject pronoun, to who is talking or who are we talking to. Sono andato or andata for a woman. Tu sei andato o andata. Lui è andato. Lei è andata. Noi siamo andati or andate if it's just a group of women. Voi siete andati or andate. Loro sono andati or andate. Ok? Imperfetto, very regular. Andavo, andavi, andava, andavamo, andavate, andavano. Ok? No exceptions. Sentire, to feel or to hear as well. Super regular, verb that ends with ire. There are just a few verbs that end with ire, actually. Ho sentito, hai sentito, ha sentito, abbiamo sentito, avete sentito, hanno sentito. Okay? No exceptions. Same thing for the imperfetto. Sentivo, sentivi, sentiva, sentivamo, sentivate, sentivano. I know it can be annoying to hear me saying the conjugation every time, but listening is very important as well because that's how you get into a language and into pronunciation as well. So let's practice a little bit. Here I'm going to ask you to translate these verbs into passato prossimo or imperfetto. You see, I have marks when you need to translate it into imperfetto or passato prossimo. Okay? Take your time to complete the exercise. Just pause the video and resume it once you have finished it. Okay? Let's do it. And here are the solutions. So I went, imperfetto, andavo. She saw, passato prossimo, ha visto. They felt, imperfetto, sentivano. You ran, passato prossimo, hai corso. Or avete corso. Okay, because in English we don't know if we are talking about just one person or a group of person. We thought, imperfetto, pensavamo. Watch out the pronunciation. You were, passato prossimo. Once again, here we have the two possibilities. Actually, we have four, considering that we're using the verb to be. Siete stati, or siete state, if the subject pronoun is you all. If the subject pronoun is you, singular, sei stato, or sei stata, if we're talking about a woman. Okay? I had, avevo. Okay? How was this exercise? Was a little bit difficult, a little bit complicated because of the conjugation, because of the fact that you need to switch between passato prossimo and imperfetto. Let us know if you had some difficulties. So here we have the same exercise. So you really need to do the very same thing you have done before. If there are several options that are possible, please note both of them. Okay? Or if there are more than two, just note all of them. Okay? Pause the video, please, and resume it once you have finished. Thank you. Okay, so let's see solutions. I felt, imperfetto, sentivo. She ran, passato prossimo, ha corso. They had, imperfetto, avevano. You saw, two options, hai visto, or avete visto, if the subject pronoun is you all. We drank, imperfetto, bevevamo. You had, passato prossimo, hai avuto, you singular, you all, avete avuto. Okay? I thought, imperfetto, pensavo. How was it? If you made some mistakes, don't worry about it. Try to do the exercise one more time. Maybe try to switch. So for example, if here I ask you for I felt, imperfetto, just try to write the passato prossimo as well, okay? Conjugation is literally just a matter of practice. Awesome, great. Complimenti, congratulations, you have just finished lesson 2. I hope you're enjoying this journey into the past tense, and I'm looking forward to starting a new lesson. See you soon. Ciao!